What's up, everybody? We are virtually connecting. What's up, Russell Brunson?
We're at least 6 feet apart, though, so we're good.
We are plenty. You are in the land of a 6.5 earthquake, I heard. So
yeah, it's crazy right now. I don't know what's happening, so
crazy.
buckle up and just hold on.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be doing this interview with my dear friend, Russell Brunson, for a lot of reasons. First off, we're going to talk today about this environment and what's going on and selling and marketing and, pushing your business or standing on the sidelines. What's the best thing to do? And how do you become a leader and a role model in today's crazy, crazy times? But before that, I also want to talk about your new book, Traffic Secrets. You know why I love this? Because I was one of the first humans to read it. And
your name's actually the first thing, like even before my name, before the name of the book, it's like Dean. And then it's like, oh, Traffic Secret. Like, this is literally your book. I mean, come on now.
I'm going to take credit for that. So I feel great. But before we get there, I just want to tell everybody, Russell, you know what? I love that our friendship has evolved. We've known each other over a decade, but especially the last 5 years, our friendship has really evolved. And I feel it evolves every month. And the more I get to know you is I'm truly impressed with your depth of knowledge. You started ClickFunnels, one of the greatest companies. I love what you do. I've been a ClickFunnel advocate since day one. I love the depth of your knowledge. I love the depth of your marketing abilities, but greater than that, I love the depth of your caring. And the more I get to know you, I love the fact how obsessed you are with helping entrepreneurs and those that want to start, want to scale, want to go to another level, how obsessed you are with giving them the tools to make it real. And from the outside, people say sometimes to me like, oh, I saw your ads, but until I met you or until I followed you, until I got your course, I didn't know that you cared on the level you did. And I want to share that with you. You have lots of ads, you push, but I know you're pushing people because you can impact their lives on such a great level. So I just want to tell you that I really enjoy our friendship. I really enjoy watching you grow, and I really enjoy watching the depth of your caring. And that's why I'm so excited to have this conversation with you, especially right now with so many crazy things going on in the world. People want to move forward. They want to feel safe, but we're getting sucked back into the crazy. So first off, what's up, man? How you doing?
Well, dang, that was a great intro. I'm doing amazing, and thanks for having me. And I feel the same way, man. It's like such a blessing to I looked up to you for so long as like this guy who I saw on TV to becoming friends and then business partners and a whole bunch of other stuff. And just it's been, I think, like you said, every step of the way you've been congruent with what you believe, what you do, and it's fun watching you too, man. So I'm super grateful to be here and just to be friends with you. It's pretty awesome.
Well, awesome too. We'll talk. I want to talk a little bit about this. Let's do this whole thing in less than a half hour because I know
let's do it.
A lot of things going on. But if you're with us right now, stay to the end because when Russell and I get together, it's fun to drop. Our greatest wisdom. We bring the best out of
each other, trying to one up each other. So it'll be good.
Let's just one up each other, and the byproduct will be everybody watching be like, that was cool. All right. So first things first, what in today's scary, shifting, uncertain times, I love the message you shared a couple weeks ago on Facebook, and I've been sharing as much as I can to empower people. And I love the question of who are we going to be when this is over? Because this too shall pass, right? Not to make it easy. Some of you are going through horrific times. Some of you are scared to death. But here's the thing. We can't change the outside world. We can't make the virus go away quicker. We can't shift the stock market. We are not in control of that. The only thing we're in control of is in here. What do we feed our mind? What do we feed our soul? What bigger future visions or compelling futures have you written down? So I just know this, Russell. This is going to end. And those that gained capabilities, those that were obsessing and using this time to grow, will be so much further ahead than those obsessing on Netflix and the news and CNN or Fox or MSNBC or all the memes that your friends are sending you. So my message is, who are you going to become? What do you got to say to people right now that kind of could help them?
Well, I think it's funny because I don't watch the news ever. And I was like, I wonder if I should watch the news and see what's happening. So I turned it on for probably 10 minutes. And I was like, no wonder everyone's so stressed out. Like this is the lot to handle. And I think, it's interesting because you look at the great leaders throughout time and and some of the ones I admire, like Winston Churchill and things like that, where they were just a person. And then this amazingly bad thing happened and they rose up to that level and they came out and they started sharing. and they became a leader who transformed nations and changed people. And I think about this right now that, each of us, obviously I'm not the president or I'm not the prime minister or anything, but like I'm a leader of a tribe of people. And I feel like every business owner is. Like I always say this, in fact, I say this probably too many times in the book, but I'm like, I'm a big believer that like business is a calling and that you've been called to serve a group of people. And so for everybody who's here, like if you are an entrepreneur, if you're on this call, if you thought about, putting your knowledge out there, having ideas, like you felt that tug, you felt that pull before, like that's a calling. And there's a group of people that you've been called to serve and to help. Right. And so like, just as if I was the president of the United States, if I was the prime minister or whatever, you're that same spot for your people. And right now they're scared and they're nervous and they're looking for leadership. And so the people not, like you said, aren't sitting there watching Netflix, but they're stepping up and saying, okay, I'm scared too. I don't know where to go, but I'm going to lead. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to serve you guys and try to help navigate these waters. Like they're the ones who are going to thrive. In fact, what's crazy is last weekend, just to put like in the middle of the biggest chaos, arguably maybe of all time economically, right? We have two of my inner circle members, Stacey and Paul Martino, who they serve people who have relationships that are struggling. They help strengthen marriages. So last weekend, again, middle of chaos, everything gets shut down. There's supposed to be this big mastermind retreat out in Jamaica, and everyone's supposed to be coming to this thing and everything, and they had to cancel it. They said instead we're going to do a mastermind retreat. We're going to do it live. We're going to stream it from our house, and they streamed it. And they had all these people here. And when all said and done, they had 150, I think, people who attended all the live sessions. At the end of it, they got people to re-up for their program, and which is not cheap. I think it's $14,000 a year. And 96% of the people of the 150 that were there re-up for their $14,000 a year.
Wow.
Part of it. I think people are like, oh, it's business to stop. Everything's freaking out. It's like, no, people are still in pain. They're in more pain now than ever. And if you can be willing to step up and to serve them, and I think there's this false misconception like money's gone. It's like, no, money's not gone. People have it. They're not spending in the movie theater. They're not spending at restaurants. They're waiting for things to help them feel better, things that help them change. The government just dropped $2 trillion into the top of this thing, and people are going to have money, but they're looking for people who are going to help them feel different, feel better during this time. And I think that for all of us, if we're willing to step up and like let our voice be heard, like now is the time people are silently begging to be led. They're looking for someone to plug into. And if you'll be willing to step up, man, it's at the end of this, at the other side of whatever this, again, I don't know if it's a month, if it's 2 months, a year, I don't know, whatever the other side of it. If you've done that and you've gathered your people together, you've been serving them on the other side, and people are starting to move back towards prosperity, your businesses will be the ones that thrive at a level that no one's even, I don't think people have imagined before.
Dude, I could not agree with you more. It's the message I've been sharing. Listen, I've been through the crash in the late 80s. I've been through 9/11. I was in business in the 80s. I was business in 9/11, and I was in business when they call it the Great Recession of 2007. This is unique. This is different, right? This is kind of like a world war, but even here in the States, we didn't have a threat, right? So we have an economic shift, and we have a threat where we have to stay home, compounded with uncertainty and fear. It's a unique, scary time. So if you feel a little fear, that's okay. But here's the thing I've been telling everybody. This is our time to be innovators. This is our time to lead. And how you start is lead your family. Right? Your family needs to feel safe. And where that comes from is courage, right? To have the courage to say, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to be a role model, because that'll overflow into business and gaining capabilities. Again, binge out on news or Netflix, or binge out on capabilities that can anchor you in. So when this does shift, you come out better than you went in. So anyway, I thank you for sharing that, because it's such crazy times. I think we'd be doing a disservice if we didn't share what we felt there. So a big question I get right now, Russell, and I know the answer I have, I'd like to hear it from you, is people are saying, maybe I shouldn't sell now. Maybe I shouldn't offer my product now. Maybe I should shut down what I give to the world. What are your thoughts on that?
It's tough, because I get it. People are like, I want to help and I want to serve. And it's coming from a good spot. But what's interesting is like, if you understand how basic economics work, like I remember when 9/11 happened, I was like 21-year-old kid. I remember vividly, because I was confused. I didn't understand it at first. Like it happened, the economy screeched to a halt. Nobody did anything. And I remember seeing the president and other people coming out saying, look, the most patriotic thing you could possibly be doing right now is go buy stuff. Like go let commerce happen. Because if we don't start moving this economy again, everything shuts down. I think it's important to understand that like the repercussions of the economy, if we don't do anything, could be worse than the virus. And that's what's scary. And so the fear of that, it's like, now is the time when we should be go out there, we should be selling, and we should be serving and getting motion in, like the economy is fueled by tons of microtransactions. And so you need to be willing, first off, to go out there and be doing those things. Second off, like, it's okay to buy stuff too. Like, it's what makes the entire world go around. Yeah. And I think that, I think we start understanding that it's not like a bad thing. Like, again, in 9/11, it was patriotic to do that. And I think right now it's scary because of the government. Everyone's like, go home and don't do anything. Like, just sit there. And it's like, like the best thing we can possibly do to serve, I think, is keeping that happening, keeping things in motion. Otherwise, a lot more businesses are going to get destroyed. A lot more businesses are going to shut down. And, you know, and I think about for all of us, like, if I had people message me like, oh, you should give everyone ClickFunnels for free for 3 months. I was like, I would love to. That'd be amazing. Guess what would happen? I gave ClickFunnels for free for 3 months. I have to lay off 90% of my staff, and now ClickFunnels stops working. And then now all 100,000 customers I'm serving lose their businesses, and like the repercussions of that are so much worse than the people have to cancel because they can't. And I understand it, and I have empathy for them, and I want to help them in any way I can. So we're doing free books, we're doing free training. Like, I'm going live every day since this whole thing started, like giving and serving as much as I can. But like, at the same time, you can't destroy your own business and cut yourself off, because then you can't serve anybody. And that's like, it's such a hard thing.
And especially right now, the digital economy is actually going to explode because everybody's home online, and you're either going to be serving them, especially if you have a message, a mission, a passion, a skill, something that can serve people, like your book, Traffic Secrets, how much it can serve people. Like, I think we're ethically obligated to listen, if you're the only one in your town with hand sanitizer and you're charging $500 a bottle, that's not so cool, right? If you're the only one with toilet paper and you're charging 20 times as much, that's not cool. But if you have a message, a passion, an expertise, or how you built an amazing company by creating traffic, like, those are the types of things you not only need to buy, you need to push out to the world if it lives in here, or you have something that's already, like your friend that's helping marriages. Right now, marriages are going to be taxed because people are used to being apart. Now they're forced to be together. Some people are going to grow. Some people are going to grow apart. And I didn't even know who you were. Like, every different category needs next level help right now. And I believe we're obligated to serve. Also, keeping in mind what's going on around the world. Like, I was just telling Russell before we went live, I'm changing all my messaging because some of the messaging I offered my book, 3 months ago or a month ago is completely different now. And I want to offer products and services that help people through, just like I know you do. All right, let me get to, because we got about 15 minutes here. Why do you think most startups, and when I say a startup, I don't mean like a Silicon Valley with 10 million bucks in the bank. I mean a startup, someone that wants to get into the digital economy, get into the information age, share what they know, create a product, a course, a workshop, a mastermind, sell a tangible product in e-commerce. Why do you think in a regular economy, not what's going on with the chaos right now, but why do you think those businesses tend to fail sometimes?
You know what I think is interesting, and this may be backwards from what I said a month ago, but I feel like if you've read the book Good to Great, it talks about good is the enemy to great. So the reason why there's not a lot of great marriages is because there's a lot of good marriaages. The reason why there's not a lot of great businesses because there's a lot of good businesses. I think, 2 weeks ago, everyone else was like, you know what, I want to start this thing, I want to do the thing, but there's not enough pain, there's not enough like leverage for someone to actually do something. And I feel like right now, like the greatest gift we've been giving is like this ability where like it went from good to really bad. And now it's like, now there's enough pain, enough leverage for everybody to like, now it's not I should do this. It's like Tony says, instead of a should, it's like now a must, like I have to figure this out. I think complacency is what's kept so many people in the good economy from like actually taking action, actually doing the thing. And I feel like, if nothing else, this is the greatest gift that this thing has happened, is it's going to get people to finally be like, okay, now I got to go. Now it's time. Like, I was waiting, I was going to do it eventually. Like mañana was going to come. And, I was talking about the mañana principle, like, oh, tomorrow. And it just never comes. And now it's like I got to do it today. Yeah, it's here. Like, let's go.
Well, listen, innovation, troubled times is when the most innovation always happens. Innovation, and I don't mean just like Facebook and YouTube and things like that. I'm talking about innovation within ourselves, right? Because your back is against the wall. It is easy to put things off and say, I'll do it when the kids go into middle school. No, let's wait till they're out of high school. You know what? We have college to pay for. Let's do that. Or the internet's kind of busy. I'll wait till it slows down, right? And when you have your back against the wall, it's the perfect time to execute, be innovative, because you must make it work, right? It's not like Tony says, it's not a should, it's a must. Let's talk about Traffic Secrets. Listen, I was one of the first people to read it, and I love this book because, you and I both have said it. I've been saying it for years. What happens a lot of times in businesses, and my tribe knows I've been saying this forever, and I love that Russell has been saying it forever too, is we feel if we build it, they will come, right? It's like the Kevin Costner line in the movie Field of Dreams, right? But that doesn't work in business. It works in Hollywood when someone wants to reconnect with their father after, you know, he died on bad circumstances, right? But it doesn't work in business, right? If you have a hobby, a passion, a skill, a book, a course, a training, a product that you want, it doesn't matter how great it is. It doesn't matter how much you care. Like Russell's depth of caring is off the charts. It's why we bonded. But if he didn't know how to market and create traffic, and traffic is basically this: you have a product or a service that you want to offer to the world. How do you get different sources? I always draw this like a wagon wheel on a whiteboard. I've been drawing a wagon wheel to my team for 10, 15 years, is how do you drive all of those people to your product, service, offer, opportunity, Zoom call, training, right? And a lot of times we have this false misconception. If we make the best training, the best course, they will come. And then the other side of that too is sometimes we become one-trick ponies. It's like, okay, I got the business going. Facebook is my thing. And then all of a sudden Facebook says, we're changing that and you can't use us. It's like, my business is over. So what I love about this, Russell, and I don't know if there's many people on this planet that could talk about traffic as well as you have from these diverse platforms. What I love about the book is it's less about, you know, you're trusting people are going to build something great and give them resources, but this is about getting eyeballs. Because listen, and I don't mean to keep going on this, but I love this so much because I'll go to events and I'll hear people talk about all the craziest stuff on why their business isn't working. We don't have the right CRM yet. Once we do, we'll have this. You know, our logo, our website is just, it's ugly. We need a different font, or we need more people in this department, or we need more people. And I'll say, wait a minute, how's your marketing and sales? How's your funnel? How's your traffic coming to your business? Oh yeah, we don't have a lot of people coming to our business. We work on all these complexities. And the one thing that actually solves problems is marketing and sales. Because the last time I saw, money solves problems in a company. So what I love about this book, Russell, is that you, in such a simple way, you're teaching people how to generate traffic or eyeballs to their product and service.
Yeah. In fact, in the back cover of the very first paragraph here, I'm going to read it if that's okay.
Yeah.
The biggest problem that most entrepreneurs have isn't creating an amazing product or service. It's getting their future customers to discover that they even exist. Every year, tens of thousands of businesses start and fail because the entrepreneurs don't understand this one essential skill, the art and science of getting traffic or people to find you. And like, you're 100% right. Like So
my whole ramble, I could have just read your chapters.
I summed it up. No, but it's so interesting because I'm the same way. I see people to hire coaches and mentors and all these things. And it's like, you need to go buy some ads. And like, you know, or like you said, like they figured out, because like the reality is the last 5 years have been good. Like, Facebook's made it easy as people come in, they can figure out Facebook, get ads from there. But man, how many of our friends, including me and you, like, have got our ads account shut down? Like, it's shut down. And if your only way to get traffic is Facebook ads or just Instagram or just YouTube, you are on a not a very solid foundation, especially right now where everything else is going crazy. Like, they always say that one is the scariest number in business. And so this book takes on traffic from such a different view of like how, like who's your dream customer? Where are they actually hanging out? And how can I tap into all these different traffic sources? Because ClickFunnels wasn't built on just Facebook ads or just Google ads. Like, we're getting traffic from so many diverse places. And I never see anyone talking about it because you have to think differently to be able to find these people. And my goal with this book is to get people to think differently. So all of a sudden, like, these opportunities start popping up where all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, there are tons of ways to get traffic. It's not just Facebook ads. It's not just this, but I don't have to spend money. There's tons of ways to get it for free. There's tons of ways that I can work my way in and get traffic without paying a dime for those who are scared about risky money. But then if I do want to spend money, there's ways I can amplify that with paid ads as well. And I think it gives you such a better holistic view to get customers and get people in, no matter where you are in your business. If you're a beginner with no money or you're advanced and you want to scale something.
I love that. And here's the other thing. The way, and this is a lens I would say everybody, if you guys are part of my tribe, you know this, the way I look through it is when you know you have a product or a service that can help people, we're obligated to find them, right? Because not all of them are going to be on Facebook. Not all of them will be on YouTube. Not all of them will be on Instagram. We need to go out in these different channels and find the people that need what we provide. I remember this time I was at an event, Russell, all business women, couple thousand awesome women, full of energy. And I said, who wants to scale their business? I do. Go to the next level. I do. Who doesn't really like marketing that much? Most all of them said, yeah, I don't really like it. Right. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, I sat there and I was like, okay, I picked out a girl And she stood up and she's doing the most noble thing, man, especially my wife. I have a 7-day-old baby in the other room, right? And she stands up and says, postpartum, I got depressed. I didn't feel my life was mine anymore. I didn't feel sexy for my husband. I got really sad. So I fixed it in myself. And now I go out there and I do group trainings and I help women feel sexy again, have their husbands fall in love with them again, to be great moms, to look beautiful. I do this whole package and she's talking about it and she loves it, right? And I said, but you don't like selling? I said, so basically what I said to her, Russell, I said, do you realize that you love what you're doing so much, but since you're afraid to sell it, you're screwing women over. You're hurting women all over the planet that need you because you provide this service. I can see your passion, your desire, but you don't want to market, so they never know what's happening. So only 2 things can happen to them. 1, they don't get any help and they go through a really tough time on their own and feel lonely. Or 2, they go to a competitor that might not care as much as you do, because I could see your depth of caring. So I said, and I got done with that, and long story short, she's like, I want to sell. I need to sell. The whole audience cheered, right? I'm like, who loves selling now? Because we just changed that framework. So what I love about what you teach is, let's just take that woman for example. She might find 3 clients on Facebook, but there's some on Instagram that need her, and some on YouTube that need her, and some with affiliates that need her, and some maybe on LinkedIn, and some with all the other processes, all the other different ways you have to generate traffic. You could find your ideal client in different areas in really unique ways, and that's how you build a real business. And that's when social media stops using you and you finally use it. All right, we're getting down to the wire here. We only have a few minutes left. I love this book. I love what you're doing. That's why I'm so honored to make this available and tell my tribe about it. If you guys are watching, you know that I never promote anything that I don't believe in. I hardly promote anything ever. But this is so important to all businesses. If you don't have the eyeballs, you don't have a business. So tell people how they can get this book, Russell. I know that we have a link right on this page. You'll be able to don't click yet, because we have still a few more things I want to share with you. And then you can also go to rbsecrets.com in case you're watching this on social media. But here's the thing I want to share with everybody before. I just asked you and I'm just rambling away. This is the part I want to tell you, everybody. This week, Russell's launching this book to the world, right? So these are the weeks you want to grab it, because not only do you get the book, and I know you bought hardcovers, you're giving it away for free, but there's 2 other byproducts. And with my tribe, Russell, I pull back the curtain. This is when Russell gives away way more than he should, because he wants everybody to buy his book this week. So in 3 weeks from now, you could buy this book. I would bet to say you could buy it on Amazon for $19, but you're never going to get a free hardcover with stupid, insane bonuses, because Russell wants to sell a lot of them this week and get it in people's hands. Plus, another cool byproduct is, I want you to click on the link in a moment, or go to rbsecrets.com and watch his whole sales process. Yes, you get the book for free, but then there's a couple really awesome videos to offer next level products, and he does it in such a methodical and empathetic and caring way that works for today. So I encourage you to not only get this book, you'll thank me, not only does it have a depth of caring, it's depth of knowledge. This is the week you get insane bonuses. This is the week you get a copy for free, and this is the week you can see all the cool stuff. All right, I asked you a question, and then I answered it. So
better answer than I had. Yes, what Dean just said, do that. Go get a copy of the book. And like I said, there's a ton of bonuses on the sales page, and one of them actually is your presentation from Funnel Hacking Live. I don't know if you saw that in there, but yeah. Because Dean and I we like to compete against each other, and I try to always beat him. But this one time he was beating me, and he was getting 4 times as many book sales for his book as I was getting on mine. And I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. So we flew down to Arizona. We spent a day with each other, and then we figured out like what the secret was that he was doing to get 4 times more sales than I was. And anyway, I flew back home. We implemented it, and then Dean came, spoke with Funnel Hacking Live, and shared it with the entire funnel hacking community. And if you want to know how Dean sold 4 times more books than I did, that presentation you get for free when you get the book for free. And there's so much other good stuff, but like just that bonus alone, like literally 4x our traffic. And it's just like, it was a simple thing that like we missed it for, like, I was watching you, I was modeling you, like, how is he doing it? And like, it was like this one little thing. As soon as I got it, I was like, so simple. So make sure you get that, because that's a special bonus you get with Dean presenting the traffic secret that he gave to us. I talk about it in this book deep, but you can get it straight from Dean's mouth.
I mean, the whole book is amazing, but the forward is just so powerful. When Russell asked me to do the forward, I literally Googled how do you write a foreword? Because I wanted to make it perfect for him, short and sweet. But this really is an amazing book. You get some incredible bonuses. I wouldn't offer it to you guys if you didn't. Especially this is the week to get it because all the crazy bonuses. And you grab it for free. Free means Russell paid for the book. You cover the shipping and handling. So go to rbsecrets.com or click the link below. Get this book. Read it cover to cover. A lot of us have time. This is the kind of knowledge you want to fill your mind with during these crazy times. Russell, I appreciate it. What's the last word, brother?
Thanks, D. I appreciate you, and I'm excited to get this out to everybody. The biggest thing, and the biggest tragedy is for someone like all of you guys listening to have something so good and not be able to get it to the right people whose lives you could change. And this book will help you to find those people and serve them at a level you never thought was possible. And you'll find something interesting, like as you start serving people at this level and more people, not only will it change your life, you'll have the ability to change so many more people's lives. And that's what this whole game is all about. And I think, I know you guys are gonna love it. I'm excited for you to have it. Thank you, Dean, so much for sharing it with your people. And yeah, click on the link and get a copy now.
All right. I'll see you guys. Russell, take care of yourself. Talk soon. Bye, everybody.